Hi, this is Harish here. Welcome to DB2 LUW Tips and Tricks video tutorial part 137. In this video tutorial, I'm going to provide you a very simple tip. The tip is how unused storage group or storage path can impede database activation. The scripts that I'm using are available for freely download at db2luwacademy.blogspot.in. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel youtube.com/db2luwacademy. You can reach me at db2academy@gmail.com. This slide talks about the problem scenario. The problem scenario is we want to demonstrate how the unused storage group can impede database activation. So what I mean by that is if you're in a Unix system, usually they mount a particular drive or mount the hard disk or block devices. So if from the OS side, the Linux administrator or AX administrator decides to clean up some unused folders and unused mount points like that, so there might be a chance that the storage group or storage path is defined in the DB2, but it is not used by any of the table spaces. And you might still think that an OS person or an admin, he might think that, okay, it's an empty folder, it's an empty mount point, there's not even any files in it, so nobody's going to is using it actually, so why don't I remove those mount points or delete the folders, right? So this can happen from the OS side, but in from DB2 perspective, empty folder does not mean unused. So what I mean by that is if the definition of the storage group contains that particular folder or that particular path or mount point, that needs to be there, because without which I'm not able to connect to the database or even activate the database. Maybe a drop unused option is good to have. If I remember correctly, there used to be a drop pending option in table spaces. But I don't know whether it is applicable here, but it will be like a very minor nice to have feature. It's a very simple tip. So the important tip is empty folder from a DB2 standpoint does not mean unused. That's the important thing. That's the key takeaway from this. Okay, so here I have started the instance and I'm using 11.1.3.3 trial software and I have connected to the database LSN, and it's going to be very simple. So create the database, it's already there. So look at these two directories, sp1 and sp2. Let's check if it is there or not first. Is not there. Okay, just create these directory sp1 and sp2, paste. So this is the storage path that it is going to have. So I have created it. So yep, sp1 and sp2 is there, and connect to LSN I have already connected. So here I'm going to show you the storage paths that are currently there in the database, which are defined and used or whatever. Okay, it's going to display everything, and you can see that there is a default store group, IBM store group, which is in home db2inst1, so nothing else is there. And I'm going to create this store group. Okay, so create store group unused. The name of the storage group itself, I have just named it as unused. You can name it as anything. Okay, so the storage group is created and none of the table spaces are, it's just a definition. Okay, so nobody is actively using it obviously, so you can just check that quickly. So unused storage group is there, sp1 and sp2, so nobody is using it. So let's just confirm that by running that. syscat.tablespaces is what I'm using. It's a very simple command, simple query. So you can see that all the syscat space, temp space, user space, tool space, everything is using IBM store group. I have done connect reset. So nobody is actually using that. We have made sure that. So I'm going to remove one of the directories and again connect to the LSN. Okay, so I'm going to remove the directory because obviously this will be like an empty directory. So if you look here, so I'll show you that. So sp1 home db2 inst1 sp1 sp2, so it's like blank. There is not even any metadata file or anything like that inside that, right? So that is what I'm saying. Okay, so I have removed the directory and I'm going to connect. The path does not exist. This is what it's going to happen. The solution is very simple. You'll have to just create the directory, and or if it is a mount point, you need to just mount that mount point. That's it. So it's going to get activated after that. So so that is the point. So maybe a simple option would have been more when you activate the database or when you connect to the database. If you can specify saying like if there are like storage paths like this, you can probably drop them. So something like that would be a nice to have feature. So I'm not saying it's a showstopper or something. Okay, so it's a very simple tip. Hope this information was useful to you. uh, that's it in this video tutorial. See you in the next video tutorial. Until then, bye bye.